Shalom, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Tusi, another vibes, you know what time it is. We're back again with another album review. This time around, we're talking about Life is a Gangster, Thatosaul. Let's get right into it, man. This is his third studio album, I think. He dropped the members on for your sake in 2019, 2020. It dropped members only last year. Okay, that's fourth to the album. But isn't the Mesh Beat album a collaborative album? Is it a Thatosaul album entirely though? Like just Ali One Ifel. I don't know. I'm not okay. Maybe that's his fourth album. And then obviously it dropped Life as a Gangster. Being as a Tato fan, man, I just had to say it out because I felt like this album was really underwhelming. I don't ever see myself going back to this album again. It's very disappointing, and I'm not trying to invalidate this gen's experiences because obviously it's a very painful album when you look at when you listen to the context of the album conceptually. You know, life experiences, painful life experiences, a lot of grief, a lot of painful memories, dog. You know, he's lost so many homies. When we get into the features, obviously featured Aries, Marcus Harvey, Trumpire, Tyson, and Matlera, which still feels like an in-house just besides Aries, the Aries feature. I don't know, man. It's not. I feel like most of these features here were really forgettable. Even Aries, it's verse, dog. It's. I think both gens, when you actually listen to the song individually, it's nice. It's alright. It's alright. You know, they're trading verses there. You know, I actually caught a couple of bars on here. I think Thatosaul said, "Born and raised from the crumbs. That's how a nigga was really bred." Like obviously, you know, crumbs and bread. And then obviously bread as in like that's how he was, you know, brought up, you know. And then I liked also Aries verse bar when he said quit lying through your teeth, get out of your feelings. Because obviously I think feelings could be a double entendre because teeth and feelings, you know, when you go from the doctor for teeth, conchi, what is it, ortho, whatever, yeah, obviously feeling, you know, when you clean your teeth or whatever, and then obviously feeling as in like, you know, get out of your feelings, nigga, stop being soft and shit like that. So yeah, but just didn't really feel like it belonged here, because he did actually say Thatosaul, it did actually say that this feature came about last year around March, before Reese dropped this mixtape. But yeah, man, obviously when you get into the content of what he's talking about, elite storytelling, man, you can never take that away from Tato. Conceptually it makes sense, I get it, you know, but it still feels like I've heard this before, you know. If you're not really privy to Thatosaul's work, then you probably would be like, yo, this is some dope ass shit. But as someone who's actually been listening to Tato for quite a while, it's 3 years now, this is really disappointing, dog. It's just basically solely for the execution, dog. It's the same thing over and over again. It's like, you know, when you listen to members only, it did actually say that some of the songs were actually recorded during the members only era, so it feels like I'm listening to a deluxe or whatever it is, you know. It's like I'm listening to a members only 2.0, you know. Okay, maybe is this like a series or where, I don't know, man. Even if it is where, you know, it's literally just gonna make these albums like a trilogy or whatever it is, where everything's gonna be on the same content, same productions. Nah, dog, that's not for me. I get it, maybe 10 people, but for me, As someone who's been listening to that for quite a while, this was really disappointing. I guess I don't know, man. There's people that enjoy listening to the same thing over and over again. Like Pusha T, always rapping about coke and whatever. I think he's like an anomaly, dog. 'Cause I'm also not a fan of Pusha T, dog. Shout out to Pusha T, he's one of the greatest, but I'm not that type of music. Dog. I don't want to just listen to the same thing over and over again, dog. For me, just miss me with that shit, dog. But yeah, I think in terms of like conceptually and content, yeah, that it's because obviously elite, storytelling, obviously the content is very heavy, very painful. Yeah, I get that, 10 out of 10. But the features here, the only feature that actually stood out for me was Marcus Harvey. Shout out to Marcus Harvey. He's really been killing it, dog, in features. So shout out to him. Tyson, I don't know why he was actually featured on. I think it's what was it? Yeah, because I think there's a song where Tyson is actually on the hook, and then Tato is actually addressing. I think he addressed Nota. Or I think yeah, it's what's going on. Yeah, he addresses, I think, Nota. I don't know what Nota said. Probably Nota. Nota is. But dog, if you listen to, if you go back to members only and then you listen to Where There's Smoke, and then you come back again to this album, you listen to Back on My Bullshit. Literally, dog, beat is just similar. Maybe they just upped the tempo a bit, but still same sonic approach. There's a couple of songs that really stood out for me. Obviously, the last song. You always get this with Tato. You always get that one song where it really gets vulnerable. Life is a Gangster, and then I think on members only, Pele Politics and Passion, and then For Your Sake, I think. Is it Godsta? Yeah, I forgot, but there's a song there. What one For Your Sake? The opening song on I thought the album with Tato with Mesh Beats probably. I'd say If I Died Today, yeah, that song kind of like it's those songs where you're like, okay, this probably is the most vulnerable song on the album, but yeah, production wise, no, dog, it's the same shit, dog, like the same producers, Beethoven, Physique, yeah, maybe Mesh Beats, but still, bruh. Didn't add anything different here. That's it. I get it, dog. Obviously Tata is an elite storyteller. Maybe if he actually works with different producers, Zuchi, maybe, just on that, I don't know, just work on some soulful shit or boom bap or something, bruh. Like this grimy beats and whatever, this hard snares and hard kicks. It's not like we've heard it before, dog. I mean, when members only dropped, who were not who hadn't heard of Tato before, they're like, yo, dog, what the fuck is this? This is some dope ass shit. So now everyone was like, yo, this is something very refreshing. And then you're like, oh, yeah, like this album is very special to us. And then if comes through, same shit, like, okay, what's really happening here? You're like, okay, maybe it's Smash Beats, the beats. I actually like the production just a bit on if because the replay value is kind of like a bit there. But this album, bruh, like, dog, I was really disappointed. So yeah, obviously a couple of songs that really stood out for me was Kick It With You. I think it's an ode to his girlfriend from Social. It's like, yo, I'll kill for my girls. There's no replay value here. I only play like one song, Kick It With You, that's it. Other than that, everything is just disappointing. And I don't ever like. I just know I'm not gonna be like, yeah, probably it's gonna grow on me, because I literally gave it time, dog. It's not for me, bruh. But yeah, it would have been nicer, but maybe he just needs to take like a break, go on featuring spree like what Matlera is doing right now. But yeah, we're waiting for Diaspora. It's coming through soon. But yeah, man. Yeah, maybe just chill, get like inspired again. Obviously, he's very introspective, and he writes about his life experiences. So obviously, dad will always be there, like he's always gonna be inspired. But just the in-house thing for me, maybe it's not really working. For now, on this album didn't really work. So just work with different producers outside of your in-house, outside of your circle. You listen to Tyson's album, bruh. You could tell that shit was different. He tried to do something different because it's heavily R&B influenced. The replay really there, it's really crazy. Like dog, it's crazy as fuck. And then Tato, you're like, okay, same shit. Like dog, I was very disappointed. But anyway, maybe this is not for me. Yeah, but for me, it's not. This is a very unforgettable album. But yeah, man, that's my review of Thatosaul's album. Shalom.